Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the originals. This is episode 7 of season 3. Hopefully guys are enjoying the series so far. This is the third episode of My Day that I am watching. I'm so excited. Literally, I am absolutely loving it so far. I'm loving the introduction of Tristan, Lucian, and obviously Aurora, as well as Aya as well. You know, she's intriguing me. She's showing a bit of alpha dominance and power, and that's what I like to see. Now, we didn't know who Aurora was sired to, but it turns out she's sired from Rebecca, which is interesting because now obviously we've got the three sidelines, Aurora, Tristan and Lucian, and I thought that Aurora was possibly sired from her brother Tristan and from Elijah's side, but it's not. And I thought that she would be, even though obviously she's sired to Rebecca, then she would want to try and help Tristan, but it seems like she wants to help Klaus, because we got the backstory in the last episode. They was hardcore in love with each other, wasn't there? And you know, we found out that she wanted him to turn her when she was not a vampire. Klaus wouldn't want to do that. He didn't want to do that to her. So what she done, she took it into her own hands. Pretty much, she self-harmed herself. Rebecca come in, tried saving her, give her the blood. When Rebecca left, she jumped off the building and killed herself. And that's how she transitioned. So it's crazy. So we've seen Lucian transition, and we've seen Aurora, and we just need Tristan's now. But what's interesting, obviously, she come back, started a relationship with Klaus. And they told each other secrets. They promised, obviously, never to tell this to anybody. She said about her parents that when she was born, her mum died giving birth to her. And Klaus said, you know, you killed your mum, I killed mine. I've never told anybody this. And we've obviously seen it before, but obviously because it was a backstory, it was the first time he ever expressed that he was the one that killed his mum. And you know, he blamed it on his dad, and they're all on the run, trying to run from Michael, and nobody knows the actions that Klaus done. Well, when it come to flee the kingdom, or whatever it was, what you want to call it, that they was trying to stay, it was many people started to realise that there was beasts around, because I think Aurora was killing quite a lot of people, as well as Tristan and Lucian, and they was just drawing attention, and they had to flee. Obviously, if that word spread that beast was here, Michael would come, so they got scared. So what they've done is she wanted to flee with Klaus. Elijah was shouting at her or something, saying no, she can't come, it's not part, you know, like she's not part of the family and whatnot. And he realised that he could compel people, and he compelled her to tell him about everything, what was going on with Klaus. And she told him about how he killed his parent, and how he blamed it on Michael. Then obviously in anger, Elijah, he's compelled her to break up, kind of like with Klaus, break his heart. And that is what Klaus said, isn't it, mate? You've made me the man I am today. And that is why he thinks that Elijah is trying to always stand by him and rectify him, which I think is really, really interesting. It actually is. So obviously at the start of the last episode, after reuniting a little bit, Aurora and Klaus, and speaking to each other, she was saying, I guess you found... No, Klaus had just come off a phone call, we didn't hear it. She said, I guess you just found out what everybody's plans have been. And pretty much this episode, it was 24 hours earlier, Rebecca was in the Eva Sinclair body. Aya turned up, boom, killed her straight away. She transitioned back into Rebecca Vampire, and they was trying to take Rebecca out. We found out that obviously that there is a weapon, and obviously Tristan and Lucian are working together, because Elijah compelled Tristan, Lucian and Aurora to think that they was Rebecca, Elijah and Klaus, and dragged Michael across the earth, you know, like chasing them. When Elijah got daggered for the first time, the compulsion stopped, and they realised what Elijah had done, and they vowed to make a pact to come back and make them punished. Well, obviously they know that they can't kill the sidelines, but what they can do is they can get this weapon, which Lucian believed that CAMI had the dark object, and he took her to his house, and he took the policeman as well, and he pretty much used him as bait. He was like compelling him to like self-harm, and if obviously CAMI didn't give him this object that he wanted, then the police officer was going to die. So she's been searching for it. Then obviously we was getting told more and more about it, and what they actually want to do is they want to get all the siblings together in one location, and then they want to lock them away, kind of like what they've done with Catherine in the tomb. They want to lock them far away where nobody can get them, they can't harm anyone, and obviously none of the sideline will ever die again, and never have to worry about people going after the original. So that's really interesting. Obviously CAMI found the object, Lucian's got it now. They went after Rebecca, successfully done it as well. Freya was trying to help, she showed some good strength, this Freya. She was astral projecting, she snapped a few necks as well, trying to save Rebecca, but it was too much. She had a witch as well, she ended up taking Rebecca down and stabbing her. And as she was getting taken away, Aurora said to Klaus, obviously at the end, she was like, look, you may think that, you know, like we're all against you, but I'll tell you everything. And then she said, two of the people that took Rebecca out are actually my sidelines, and Tristan didn't know that, and I'm gonna I'm gonna make sure that Rebecca's safe. And then we seen it, her size, boom, mate, they killed him, and they've got Rebecca's body, and she said she's on her way here. And I'm really interested, because Klaus, obviously, in the last episode, he was kind of expressing that, you know, he's never really got over Aurora, and he shown her, he took her upstairs, he smashed the wall, ripped her bricks apart, and it was a portrait of her that he's drew, and he was like, look, you know, when obviously I lived here the first time, I never really got over you as well, and this was like my art room, and I obviously painted you, got you up on the walls, and she don't really look like she's over him, but I don't know if she's playing us or not. I actually don't. Why would you pick Klaus over Tristan when she knows that it was the originals that compelled her to run for so long? Do you know what I mean? That's what's getting me. But I'm really fascinated. I don't know if she is actually on Klaus's side or she's literally double crossing him like big time. But that is obviously where we're at. They've got the weapon. We know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get them in a room and obviously get them stuck. Rebecca's daggered, but hopefully Aurora's men have got her. Hopefully they bring him back. Hopefully they can make a plan to go after them. Honestly, I am loving it. That is why I'm watching another episode. So thanks so much, everyone. If you guys do enjoy today's video, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. And subscribe if you are new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Where is Klaus? When I told him about Rebecca, he said he'd pursue another lead. She's my family. I won't lose her.
No, he don't look happy, does he? He doesn't. I wonder if the way to get to her heart is being rough, man.
Damn it. I assumed they'd cloak her. I didn't expect a spell this strong.
The Strix trust me. If they know where Rebecca is, I can find her.
We need to stop Davina from activating Lucian and Tristan's weapon.
That is true.
In the meantime, please tell me that we're gonna kill someone.
Oh, we will kill someone.
Look at that, mate. This is the Haley that I want.
Nicholas!
So good.
You shout loud enough to wake the dead.
She's not exactly missing. And as long as everyone behaves themselves, you can trust me to tell you where she is.
Give me my sister. Or perhaps I could pay a little visit to your brother Tristan.
There's really no reason why we can't pick up where we left off 1,000 years ago.
Klaus is not all in with her. He's using her.
Am I to assume that you've gone completely mad? Strix took our sister. Aurora simply hijacked her. I will get Rebecca back. Trust me.
Aurora will always protect Tristan. And given that he and Lucian are aligned, the three of them together have a distinct advantage.
What do you have in mind?
Let's invite them for a friendly meal. Systematically turn them against one another and then devastate their pitiful alliance.
Why can't they just take one out? It would disrupt the whole flow.
Oh, my dear brother, after all this time, why not simply choose to trust me?
Ignored your own brother.
Well, next time, don't leave me a prisoner in some stuffy monastery.
May I ask what you did with the head of your sire line? We needed Rebecca as bait to lure Klaus and Elijah.
Well, I prefer to be in control of my own fate.
Should I even bother to ask what these are?
Call it insurance. Open the envelope. Put your mind at ease. You have always taken care of me. Allow me to return the favor.
Is she trying to use Klaus or what? I don't know, man. Well excited.
Something wrong?
You tortured Detective Kinney, gave him a compulsion lobotomy, not to mention you're holding me against my will.
Well, think of all the poor people who are starving in somewhere. Let me ask, are you more likely to tell Vincent that you're drowning in a tub of bourbon or awash in a sea of Chardonnay? That'll be the nanny. You should not hear from me by nightfall. Go on and kill her. Oh, and for God's sake, don't ask if she has any final words. You'll be here through the weekend.
It's funny.
The problem is that there's a new group of vampires in town.
Strix? You think the ancestors wouldn't give me a heads up?
The Strix want you to help them take down the Michaelsons. Now, if you say no, they will kill you.
I don't run from anyone.
I hope one day she dies for being too confident. But right now, I'm interested to see how she fights.
Those sireline losers took Rebecca.
Yeah, they also went after you. Let Klaus and Elijah handle this.
Look my daughter in the eye one day and explained to her that I sat back and did nothing.
You let Klaus do things his way.
She wants to be part of the killings now. She loves it, mate.
I hear you.
But I'm not going to do what you say, though.
Ah, flowers for me. You shouldn't have.
They're for the lady of the house.
I take it Aurora is on her way.
Just freshening up. I did want to look pretty.
You look ravishing.
Oh, he's totally alpha move.
Let us begin this evening's proceedings by formally acknowledging your clandestine alliance. And do try to bear in mind, we expect an honest and productive negotiation this evening.
I like how they just address that they know that they're working together before it started. I feel like the best person in this scenario, which hopefully I'm right and I'll enjoy, is Tristan. I feel like he is kind of like Elijah. Like, did you see Lucian straight away? He was trying to make an excuse or explain himself. Tristan didn't say anything, just stood there, ticking in his brain. He's trying to collectively get the right answers together, trying not to say the wrong thing, trying to work out the scenario. He's the head of a society, the Strix, you know, the guy's not stupid. I think that I would like them to explain stuff, try and plead the case, and I would like to obviously like watch it. I think that he will come out the best out of all these. Like, I don't know if they're going to try and push Aurora, because obviously she told him about Rebecca and the story and them, so they might trust her a little bit and focus on them too, Lucian and that. But yeah, I'm actually really intrigued on how this is going to play out.
I look like I need company. I tracked you down. Least you can do is hear me out. Some new vampires are in the quarter from out of town, and they want the region on their side. And if Davina says no, they're going to kill her. There might be a way to get her out of trouble, but you ain't gonna like it.
The lies, the deceit, the betrayal.
So this entire dinner is meant to be some boorish inquisition.
News of a bleak future, you would have doubted us. We sought to remove suspicion by maintaining appearance.
These pathetic lies promise to be as difficult to swallow as you're stuffing this here near Klaus.
And the bodies on my street.
Business as usual for the Strix.
A frightened human populace is that much easier to control.
If one wanted to obtain a certain item, but one was not invited to the home, police investigation could come in very handy.
You were referring to the medallion.
It turns out all along that the medallion was in the hands of Nick's friend. Had to get her arrested and never allow any harm to come to her. And the great affection you have for her.
Seriously? Football?
Shut up and get me a beer.
I'll throw that bear at his head, mate. Speaking to me like that.
I can't kill you, but I can hurt you. You ain't going anywhere.
Aurora has Rebecca.
No reason why I shouldn't be trusted with my sire's safety.
Politely remind me why we shouldn't just compel them all to give us what we want.
Oh, here we
We
go.
lost a century to compulsion, my love.
Aurora, compulsion is not my only party trick.
And kill an original, wipe out an entire line of rivals. In a perfect world, you'd allow us to seal you away forever.
The world is far from perfect.
You would never do that. I understand where he's coming from, but you'd never do that, would you? You would lock yourself away knowing that you're going to live forever in a locked up tomb or whatever's, just so everybody else that you don't care about could live. Do you know what I mean? It's savage you say that, but it's true. Like, literally, a bunch of people that you don't care about want to stay alive and want to lock you away. I wouldn't accept it. Now, they was laughing about the compulsion. Can they do something to stop being compelled now? Literally, if that is true, show it me. I'm interested.
I can't find the continent she's on, let alone the city.
There's maybe a hairbrush.
Her blood is in my veins. That should be enough. I'm not giving up.
Innit? She's not giving up, mate. She's going to dominate.
This is witch business, Vincent. Not afraid.
Too confident.
Maybe you should be. Trying to warn you, but you don't like it when people disagree with you. From what I hear, you get pretty mad.
Carowin attacked me.
So you had her killed? You're gonna kill anybody who disagrees with you, Davina?
I took care of a threat. And if anyone tries to stand against me, I'll do it again.
It's like proper mad dictator vibes, isn't it?
Never know what you're gonna see.
Whoa, what?
Told you I'd find out what you did.
Whoa, mate. That is a ballsy move, that, from Vincent. What is he playing at there? What's he hoping to gain from it? Because, yeah, okay, they want Davina, but I'm assuming, just say Davina was gone, yeah? They just want the next region. Is that, you know? They don't specifically want Davina, they just want the person that's in charge. So that is a ballsy play that he's going to say. And Davina, like, she's too confident that she could defend herself, but that's fine, you know, because confidence brings good stuff. Like, literally, if she thinks that she can defend herself and attack people, anyone that attacks her will be joy. Like, literally, bring me joy watching it, you know? Her being the alpha, going around attacking people, that's what I want to see. But it does give you mad, like, dictator vibes. Like, cross me, you're dead, you know? It is madness, but I like it. I love how she's literally evolved, even though still not a massive fan of the witches in general.
We're welcoming our enemies to the dinner table now.
I'm waiting for Haley. She's staying at home.
Given she's the one who has the answers I want.
Prophecy has you all acting as fools, and I've no intention of risking my life to foolishness. So I decided to put her someplace safe. Imagine a spot where no harm could come to her. At the bottom of the ocean.
Interesting. Now, first of all, good play, good move. You want to like cement your survival or whatever, you do something like that. I ain't got no problems with it, to be honest. Like, yeah, okay, I want Rebecca in the show, but that is what you got to do, mate. She's thought of number one. She's thought of my life, not yours, mine. If she can't be harmed, I can't be harmed. I'm winning. I'm gonna take her, drop her in the ocean. Lovely stuff. But you know, it is true. The person that Rebecca probably is most safe with is the people that have the most to lose by her being attacked. So I mean, it's mad that.
Plenty of company down there. There's all the little crabs and...
Well, this all escalated very quickly.
Shut up, Lucian.
Anything should happen to me, I won't be able to protect your precious CAMI.
Just who is this CAMI?
Freya! Why don't you take the stable boy? Tristan and I are long overdue a good catch-up.
Davina Claire is a murderer.
No, I was trying to stop a mutiny.
Kill a witch, you lose your place among the witches.
For what you've done, you need to be shunned.
Aurora has made it clear she means to control her own fate.
Might be more amenable if she's forced to watch as I tear you limb from limb.
Tricks would descend upon the city like a plague of locusts, killing whomever stood in their way. We cannot prevent fate, but we can take control of it. Let them fall, only for the year, and leave yourself free to stand guard.
Why for 1 year, though?
For what it's worth, I was horrified by Aurora's thoughtless action. I have always been consistent. I only wanted to stop the prophecy to thereby save myself. Consider the rift between Niklaus and yourself. Made worse thanks to Aurora. Aurora drops your sister in the bottom of the ocean, yet Klaus does not seem particularly inclined to make her suffer for it. I wonder why.
Played that right into his hands, mate. I'm proper intrigued. I'm loving it.
Now that my spell has made it so that no one can hear what happens.
You're gonna tell us where to find Rebecca, or we're going to kill you.
I would honestly, right? If I was Haley, the first encounter with everyone, I'd just bite them, literally, and then they'd be on the arse, mate. Like, what I'd be like is, look, you bit, mate, dying, wound, or look at you, you're suffering, hallucinating already. Unlucky for you, but I can give you the cure. Tell me what I want to know. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. That's what I would do anyway. I mean, obviously, she might not have the cure, and she could be double bluffing. But I would do that. If I had an enemy, they'd be bit straight away.
Davina Claire, you are henceforth banished from this community. You will no longer have contact with the ancestors. To the New Orleans witches, it will be as though you were never born. I'm sorry, Davina.
I can't believe she's just not said anything and just walking out. I would have done all of them in.
I'm gonna ask you again.
Yes, Haley.
Where is Rebecca?
That's good stuff.
Woo! That actually hurt.
How about a werewolf bite, you psychotic
Yes,
bitch?
Haley.
If only I can laugh in your face when Nick heals me.
I doubt he would heal your brother.
No one should dare harm my brother, seeing as you're all going to need him if you want your precious Rebecca back.
Once Elijah's safety is assured, and thus mine as well, I'll convince Aurora to turn Rebecca over to us. It's not the first time you'd have let siblings slumber while you toil on.
It's very bold of you to suggest I betray my own blood.
Aurora has procured the exact location. 2 sealed envelopes. Hers contained the latitude.
And Tristan got the longitude. Who has the advantage now?
That is so good. Honestly, it is sick. It's so good. Honestly, I'd just bite all of them. Just fuck them all up, literally. Every single one of them. And I'd let them, like, literally suffer, and then I'd heal them, obviously, because I want to know these coordinates. Or I would just absolutely doom in and say, look, you're about to die, mate. Either tell me where this envelope is, or you're just dead, and now go and search all the stuff. There's loads of ways of playing it out, but I've got to say, man, that is a sick plan. I thought the envelopes, right, was invitations for him and Lucian to come to the party, me, honestly. But it's not. What a sick idea that was. So good. Now, I've got to admit, these are such good introductions to the show. I am loving all 3 of them in their own way. Now, I said I wanted to see how Tristan was going to speak and how he was going to word it, and he's doing it with such confidence. He's doing it elegantly as well, like Elijah, literally, and he's he's not even scared of being taken out or anything. He's trying to play the alpha moves, trying to pit them against each other. I'm always going to go back to what Elijah was told from Klaus, and that you will not fall from the hands of me. But I don't know, maybe, desperation. But again, it's like, why do we always put it on Klaus to be the one that has to, like, go against his family? Because this time around, I would actually like, say if two people, if one had to be daggered, so if Klaus had to be daggered or Elijah because Rebecca's gone, I would like Elijah to dagger Klaus instead, because Klaus is always pit as the person that's got to do the extreme to betray all his family to keep everybody safe technically. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he goes and takes that Elijah out now, he's doing it for protection from him, and he's daggered him to save him, but visually it looks like he's betrayed him, and obviously when Elijah wakes up, he's going to think that as well, and then he's going to get the wrath. Well, I would like it to just be the other way. I would like everybody to go after Klaus and dagger him possibly or something, so that it's just a different dynamic, not always putting the blame on Klaus, putting it on Elijah. I've got to say as well, yeah, Haley is so much better this season. So much better. Now, obviously, I didn't mind her in season 1. She was alright. She was good towards the end. Then, obviously, last season, I wasn't the biggest fan. She was close to being my most disliked. And now, bubble me. Took her out of that situation. Let's take her, run away, run away, run away. Being part of the team, taking everyone out. She wants to kill people. She's having a fight. She's great. She's so much better this season. I'm loving Haley and Freya as well.
I believe great strides were made today.
I doubted my brother's wisdom in bringing us all together today, but he was right to ensure our collective survival. And I have every confidence that my choice will be the right one.
Oh.
Promises of love.
I meant to keep those promises. It was you who shattered them when you took Rebecca. I want Rebecca back.
That was good. What a twist. Camille, please.
You will take me to Camille.
Ah, mate, this twisted it. So I thought they was on the losing end.
Do you know about Klaus Michelson? I don't think you want to hurt me. See, he kind of likes me.
I'd love him to be there. Ah, yes. Oh, bad timing.
You must be CAMI.
She's going to have two. Mate, a sibling for a sibling. Now it's a sibling and a love interest for a sibling. It's mad. She's got the upper hand again. I thought she was going to get Rebecca. Clever. She's quite good. Aurora is good. I said it before. She's the best one so far out of the three, even though I'm enjoying all of them. I didn't expect Klaus and Elijah to do what they've done and actually take the alpha move and take Tristan out and say, you know, either go and get me that medallion or take you out as well. Do you know what I mean? It was a good twist because I definitely thought that they had the advantage. I still don't understand why they can't compel it out of them. Do you know what I mean? He even said it. Oh, we should just compel you to tell us, and he was like, whatever, mate. But it's like, why don't you? Like, you didn't tell us why they couldn't. So again, I'll still raise it unless somebody in the comments could tell me. If it's going to get told to me later on, then obviously please don't, because I'd like to just find that out. But if it's been told and I've missed it, why can't he compel them? What measures have they got in place to stop it?
Where is she?
Bad day for him, man.
Needed your full attention. Proof of my loyalty.
See
Yes,
what I
I
mean?
sided with Tristan, but it's quite clear his devotion to Aurora outweighs even the value he places on his own.
What a leap of faith that is.
Come here. I need to know you're safe. Call me back, please.
Shit, is that a bite?
Jack, I am so sorry. The family needed my help.
About my family's going to
I
say.
asked you for one thing today. Whenever the Michelsons come calling, you will always be there to answer. Figured I'd spend the rest of this holiday with my family.
It's mad, isn't it? Deep.
With her brother captured, she has no choice but to bring our sister home.
Do you love her?
What matters now is that we have this maddening prophecy under control.
Which one was he talking about? Oh, that's what I'm envisioning to see. Mate, do you love her? Of course he loves CAMI, hardcore. Does he love Aurora? I'd say he does, but not in that way anymore. You know, he's still got that love for her, but not as much as it is for CAMI. Now, Davina has been shunned from the witches, which really excites me actually, because the witches are annoying in my opinion, and Davina is kind of annoying sometimes. So this now is going to be good, because who is it now? Vincent. He's a witch. He does not annoy me because he doesn't go around hating on the vampires and practicing magic against them. And now Davina's been shunned. Hopefully, she can become an integrated part of the team. Because Vincent is, yeah, okay, it's CAMI's team, but CAMI's Klaus's team. And that means we're all one big family. So let's get Let's get Davina in on that. Now, obviously, Jackson's left he's left Haley. And I could see where he's coming from. I can see it. Like, you know, he's saying, look, you know, you're choosing their family over ours, not mine, like ours. We're supposed to be together, married, and you're doing everything for them. But I get Haley's side as well, man. So it's a tough one. Now, I mean, I'm not a big fan of just when you have a little bicker, an argument, or disagreement, you get up and leave. I'm totally not for that. Literally, I just think that is just petty stuff. If you're in a relationship and, I don't know, you have an argument with someone and your first choice is to pack up and leave, you know, like, you're just one of the problems of why you're bickering. But I can see where it's come from. To me, Haley's so much better anyway. She might be great with Jackson, but like me watching the show, right, when she's with Jackson, you get that side of it, like little coupley things and like, let's be together, let's not be together, you know, let's get hope and let's run the pack. I don't care about the pack. Got to be honest, couldn't care less about the pack. Didn't really care that they all transitioned and got Haley's powers. Didn't affect me at all. Didn't care that they was all getting killed because Lucian bought the land, and the only one I actually care about is Haley, and that is the truth. So you go and do whatever you want to do, Jackson, because Haley here in the present, helping Freya, helping the Michaelsons, is so much better. And you don't even have to be in a relationship with Elijah at all. We've not even pushed it, actually. Not once have we pushed it. Also pushed is Haley being a fucking beast this season, way better than the last one. So I'm all for that, and I can't wait to see how she progresses now. Is she going to get back with him? Is Jackson going to be in it a little bit and not in it? I'm not really bothered, because we've got the best Haley version back. And that's going to wrap up today's video. Really, really, really hope that you're enjoying this season, obviously, as much as I am. I think that it's been so good. You never know who's got the upper hand, and that is, to me, the best thing about the season so far. I never know who's actually winning in the scenarios that are getting played out. You know, like, I thought that Klaus and Elijah had the upper hand in terms of when he invited them to dinner and told them that they knew that they was working together. Just getting it laid out on the line straight away, and let's do some confessions, let's say the stuff, and everyone was saying the pieces, and then be like, right, you know, we know that you've got Rebecca X, Y, and Z, we know that she's got it, she told us this information. I thought they was in the winning lead, or whatever you want to call it, and then they took them separately to kind of like torture and whatnot, and then they done good as well, like bashing them with info. Like I said, Tristan's really calm. He was confident that he could easily get out of that situation. Lucian was a bit more panicky, but he was still trying to obviously tell Elijah what he wanted to hear to save himself. He went over to the wall. He's like, look, you think you can really trust Klaus? But can you, mate? Because his mind may be swayed. Look, and he's got that picture of Aurora out on the wall that Klaus ripped in the last episode. So again, that's mad. Tristan was obviously saying, I can sway Aurora to tell us where Rebecca is, no problem, no dramas, you know. What we'll do is we'll take Elijah out when I know he's safe, locked away, and nobody can attack him. Then we'll get Aurora, we'll bring her in, I'll persuade her to tell us where Rebecca is, and you can get it. You know, he's giving him the option to dagger his siblings so that they can all be protected. And he offered him, like, just do it for 1 year and let this pass or whatnot, and you can still be alive and whatever's, and then I'm sure they'll forgive you when you undagger them. I mean, I would like, obviously, if that's going to happen and somebody is going to dagger somebody, then I would like it to be Elijah daggering Klaus. I just think that we don't need to always put Klaus in the bad position of betraying the family to do what's best for the family. You know, sometimes, obviously, you've got to make sacrifices, and the sacrifices sometimes is you got to dagger your siblings to save them, but it's always Klaus doing the bad stuff. And he's always the one that has to go to the extremes to save everybody, and I would like someone else to do it for him instead, you know. So I mean, that's interesting. I'm loving how Haley is he's definitely got a better storyline than last season. Obviously, I know they was running away from Dahlia and stuff, and she was being a mum and she was trying to protect the baby, but I just thought all the decisions that she was making were daft. I didn't think it was logical. She didn't have a plan where she was running. She was doing daft things, you know, trying to run away on foot from Dahlia when, like, Elijah found him in like 5 minutes with his vampire speed. So do you know what I mean? Like, that was all ridiculous, and now obviously we're back in the present. I thought we might have been pushing that as well after the first episode when she come after Klaus and she was saying, this is my baby, you know, I don't want her to be in, she's going to live in me and all this stuff. I thought maybe we're going down that road, and then boom, mate. A few episodes later, she's part of the team, she's fighting for them, she's not doing stuff with Jackson, she's not like listening to him, she's doing what she needs to do to save people that she loves and she cares about. She's helped Marcel, she's helping Freya, she wants to help Rebecca. That is what I'm talking about. That is the family member that I want to see. You know, that is is the Haley, my Haley that I actually enjoy, not the one that she was last season. Season 1 Haley, Season 3 Haley, so much better, loving it. I mean, CAMI as well, I like how she held her own against that vampire. She out-tricked him, whipped his fingers off, got him to burn in the sun, you know, she took his ring. That was good as well, good play from her, she looked really pretty as well. She knows that Klaus likes her, Klaus does as well, man, and like sometimes you do get the teasers, and we're 3 seasons in now, so how long's a too long tease? Does that make sense? Like, it's not been... We got shown them in episode 20, I think, of season 4 it was, when we was first introduced to the originals, that this was going to happen, these two, and then obviously still not yet. But yeah, we've had so many opportunities to push them together, and you can tell they've got proper sexual tension. She knows he likes him. Even Rebecca said it on the phone. He daft, he bloody fancies you. You know, like, literally, I love it. And I wanted it to happen again. I thought it was going to kiss last episode, last season. Obviously, it's not gone that way. Aurora's come in. Really good storyline between them in the backstory in the present. She's jealous of Camille. Her name was mentioned twice, and she couldn't even hack it. She's gone, you know. So they thought that they had the upper hand. They got Rebecca through in the ocean, killed the people that dropped her in. The only 2 people that know where she is are Tristan and Aurora. They've got the what would you call it, the coordinates of her body, the longitude and the latitude or whatever. I don't even know what you'd call it, coordinates anyway. Both of them know it, and they thought they had the upper hand. Tell me who's got the upper hand now. That's what she literally said to Freya and to Haley, and they did have the upper hand, but he don't even care, does he, mate? I thought that he maybe took I was going to try and take Elijah out in front of everyone, because the way he was doing it, he like giving like a wink or something to Tristan, giving a little nod, he was smirking, and boom, mate, he went over and done it, he done the opposite. And then obviously she said that you're going to regret that, and he said, look, go and get Rebecca now, sibling for a sibling, you've got mine, I've got yours, we'll do a trade. She's gone and took CAMI instead. Really good. Bitter, it looks like, through in the back of a car. I would love CAMI to transition over, just because it'd be mad. Like, I would love the fact maybe when Klaus finds her, she's in the transition mode. That would be so interesting, really would be. I mean, she doesn't have to be a vampire, she's fine how she is, CAMI. I'm not like pushing it, saying that I really want her to be one. I just think it'd be a good twist. Vincent as well, you know, like he set Davina up to literally, and to not be what is it, the region. He had one of them wind catcher things, and everyone who's watching her confess that she done whatever it took to for herself, and you know, she did kill that person, and everybody's seen it, and they've shunned her, they've exiled her from being a witch. I don't know if she's got powers now, but they all turned her back on her. It looks like her magic was getting sucked away from her, the ancestors was going, and I want to know, like, where's she gonna go from here? You know, if I was her, I would stand. She just took it. Literally, she just took it. I would have literally fought it. I would have zapped everyone, took them all out, and gone down with a proper big fight, you know, in a blaze of glory. And all the Strix are coming after her, and that's the reason why, obviously, he's done that. But I don't know if they're specifically after Davina, just the person that was in charge, and if it's not her, it's going to be the next one, you know. So I suppose the only way they've done that is because obviously she's friends with Marcel, he wants to protect her, and that is the only way. They don't really care who else gets took from the Strix. But, you know, Lucian, he found out that obviously that Tristan and Aurora are ready to work together more than Alliance, Allegiance, whatever it's called, with Tristan and Lucian. So he's give Klaus a medallion. Again, very interesting. He's saying, look, no matter how many times I try and tell you my loyalty, yeah, you still don't believe me. If you die, I die. Why would I want you to die? I mean, so he's giving him, and it's like a leap of faith, an extension of trust. He's giving him that medallion. And now Klaus is obviously trying to find Camille now. She's been taken from, like I said, Aurora. And it's just really, really exciting. To me, anyway, it's dead exciting. I know, what was it, 7 episodes in? I think all of them have been bangers so far, literally. So good. Like I said, this is the 3rd I've watched today, and I'm loving it. So thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.